Welcome back to The Average Drinker. I'm Dara, I'm your average drinker, and today it's Thursday, and that means it is time for another review, and I am bringing you one that's been on the shelf for a while, but it's actually one of my very favorite bottles in the Buffalo Trace lineup. It's Elmer T Lee. Elmer T Lee comes in at 90 proof. This one's a delicious, delicious pour, but is it worth the hype? Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but first of all, I want to give you guys my review on this bottle, what I think it smells like, tastes like, the finish, you know the drill. But this one to me is really, really good. There are a lot of really good bottles in the Buffalo Trace lineup. I know, I'm probably going to receive so much hate for this because a lot of people are like, there's so much better bourbons on the shelves or bourbon or whiskey period on the shelf than Buffalo Trace. But I love Buffalo Trace, and that's my opinion, and I really, really enjoy this pour. So let's dive into it. Let's get into this little delicious beauty. On the nose, this one is just so nice. It's sweet. It has a light oakiness to it. It's just this very classic bourbon nose. You just get, like I said, the light oak. You get some vanilla. You get some baking spices, brown sugar. It kind of smells like a brown sugar bomb to me. It's just really, really nice on the nose. Sweet. Just doesn't burn the nose hairs. Definitely does not burn the nose hairs. I mean, at 90 proof, that I don't expect that to happen. It doesn't give off any weird ethanol-y notes at all. Let's go ahead and take a sip of this one. Oh, it's so good. This is one of my favorite, palates, that I've drank ever. Not ever, but it's very, very good on the palate. It's sweet. It's not warm at all. It just, it's cream soda and vanilla. You get a light amount of oak on it. Yeah, cream soda is a good note here, actually. Cream soda, it really does make me think of cream soda. But it's really creamy, vanilla, like I said, light oak. And then on the very back end of the palate, I get this slight hint of cherry. Not like a very intense cherry that I get on E.H. Taylor. This one is a lighter cherry, and it's like a cherry tobacco, like a cherry tobacco leaf. I don't even know what that, I don't think I've smelled cherry tobacco before, so that's maybe what I'm getting here, but it tastes it smells like it. Tastes like I imagine it would smell. So it's very, very nice on the palate. It's sweet. It's warm. The finish, it kind of falls off. So you have those nice flavors, and then they just die off really fast. It doesn't really dry out to me. So it's really, really nice. It doesn't really dry out, but it's good, and it's enjoyable, and it's just a really nice classic bourbon. And another thing about this, if you're looking for something that's going to slap you in the face with flavor, this one's not going to slap you in the face with flavor. When I'm talking about these notes that I'm getting on the palate, it's more like this thin flavor, thin flavor, not like a super, super rich, intense flavor. It's just a nice, thin, sweet bourbon. So I love this one. It tastes good, and the flavor is just delicious. It really is delicious. I wish the finish kind of had more pow to it, but it doesn't. So on this one, I'm going to go ahead, before I get to the next part of this video, is it worth the hype? I'm going to tell you what I think of this bourbon overall. And my scale on this one, I'm going to give this 3.5 corks out of 5. It's a great bourbon. Now, we need to look at if it actually is worth the hype. At $40, I would buy this bottle every day. All day long, every day. This is a great $40 bottle. But are you actually going to be able to find this bottle on the shelf for $40? Probably not. The odds are very, very low that you're going to find this for $40 because it's very highly allocated, like all the bottles in the Buffalo Trace lineup. They're hard to find, and if you can find them, they're usually on some ridiculous secondary price. I've probably seen this one. I don't even know. I've seen this one $180. And when you scroll online and you look at the different forums and things like that, you see ridiculous prices on this bottle in particular and others in the lineup. So is this one worth the hype? No, it's not. There are a lot of other better bourbons that you can spend $200 on. I mean, if we're talking about spending $40 on it, yeah, it's great. And if it was on the shelf, it would do really well. And it stands up well amongst a lot of other bourbons at that price point. At that price point, it's absolutely worth it. I would highly recommend it. I would buy it, like I said, every day. But when it comes to the hype on this one, I just don't see it. I don't get it. And honestly, I couldn't spend more than what it's worth because I would scratch my head. I would be like, no, I can find so many other bottles that are like better at higher prices. So this is a great bourbon. I recommend it. It's delicious. What's your favorite bottle in the Buffalo Trace lineup? Have you guys tried Elmer T Lee? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. I really enjoy it, but sometimes I'm kind of biased to it because it's just a great bourbon. So as always, thank you so much for watching The Average Drinker. I'll be back with more reviews every Thursday, and we'll see you next time.